Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hutan Pantai. Just finishing my cup of tea here at lunchtime. Nice little break from the morning. There's some blossom on these trees, but not the ones I've planted. Which it is a concern. No flowers coming out of my plants either. Well, hopefully there'll be an update to fix that. How many sheep are we up to now? It seems we're into a new month. It's March. Spring has sprung, and the good thing water's gone down quite a bit. And the good thing about spring having sprung is we've got farm jobs that can be done. Now I'm getting quite a collection of wool, so I think we might have to look at putting in a small spinnery. The money is up to 100,000. I've been grinding out deadwood and wood moving contracts, and then finally new things have happened and we are ready for some more work. Roof plates. Well, let's go and get that straight away. My excitement on that is incredulous. Roof plates. Sticker. Stick this as a flat back. Wasn't expecting that, actually. Now something some may say a sensible idea, some may say not a sensible idea. There's no loan. I took the New Holland, wasn't it? I took the New Holland back. Oh, there we go. Customize. I don't want a license plate. Duck under that. Yeah, I took the New Holland back, kept the John Deere. The reason is I've wrapped all those bales as well. Side note. The reason for it is at the minute it's just too powerful. I mean, even when I'd finished everything and flipped some vehicles, I was still 70 grand in debt. So I decided we don't need it at the minute. Everything we've got, if it's 200 horsepower tracks come up, then fair enough, but I'm considering buying this field here just to put a crop in it. It's about 80 grand. I've got about a year before so I don't know how much roof panels are going to cost. It's about 80 grand, but we've got about a year before the buffalo are going to be ready. So we could hopefully Whee! Sliding a bit, isn't it? We could potentially make 200 odd thousand. There could be a cow enclosure that is milkable. Otherwise we need 250 something thousand for that enclosure. We're going to need it anyway. So we could, I mean it's only March. About another year, start next spring. The good thing about that field is it's really flat. It's not the field that I'd want though. I'm thinking we get a field and we can it's not that one, is it? It's that one. We can expand out, build on, maybe make a smaller part of the farm. I don't know, it's tricky. We need some space, but I'm thinking if we did get that, if we did get the little field, would we be able to quickly make some money off it with like a sorghum, not sorghum, soybean maybe. Roof plate. It's quite expensive, isn't it? Well, they look quite good though. I've not brought a thing to, I didn't think about that, did I? I've made a bit of a boo-boo by not bringing, ignore the there, you see, I'm not that strong, I dropped it then. Oh, and again, what's going on with this one? In my excitement to continue the build, I'd forgotten to bring some lifting equipment. They should have some here anyway, really. I mean, they should just put in forklifts for you to use at places like this. Although we'd still end up using the liftable pallets mod, so I mean off camera, absolutely. On camera I prefer to do it correctly. So farming wise, I mean that's sort of taken the idea of getting that field out. I think to weigh up is we could spend 40 grand on a spinnery, which is going to turn our wool into fabric, which is worth a lot more money. And then if we would turn it into clothing, if it's the same as 22, clothing's worth a lot. Am I just buying it because it's the nearest cheapest field? That's the question. Which is the case. However, I'll just hit them. However, would it make more sense to get it as soon as possible, because you can then make money off the land? A tricky one. It's March, so we're not yet into planting season. That's why I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on it now. We'll have a little close-up while we're driving back. Also, I can't seem to get the grass to... I tried to spray it again first thing this morning. It was just... that grass field's just not having it. It's the other side of it, isn't it? This is quite flat, there's no reason why we couldn't put it's a bit of a lump up here, but we could put cows in here, buffalo, sorry. Would it look a little bit silly? I mean, we could turn that just into a yard eventually, but then if we just keep saving, I mean, this isn't that expensive, but we could even put the buffaloes down here on the right, or on this field here on the right, and that gives us a bit of space on the side. But ideally, what I really want to try and do is see if I can fit it in here by this field that comes with this, and we put the buffalo yard in here, if I could get it to do it. Might need some testing on that. Anyway, jobs for the day. I went back to farming. It seems like a long time. I've exited and come back in the game since then. We did have some weeding and hoeing contracts. Oh yes, I wonder how many more levels of that we've got to do. This is probably going to be here for a few months. But yeah, we've already got this ready to go. So I think possibly putting a spinnery in might be a more sensible idea for us. Anyway, jobs. Nothing on there. It's been like that all day. All day. We've got even more now. 1, 2, 3. There's no weeds on that field. Okay, so I'm going to treat this to being repaired now at the end of this episode. That's my promise to you. This will finally get a repair. Easy way of sorting that out. I flipped all the equipment that I bought, and to be fair, it probably just washed its hands because I lost a few grand on the, only a couple of grand on the New Holland, but it was just something that I felt had to be done. Yeah, they want that weeding, but there's no weeds. I wonder if that's going to be the theme. Either way, they're paying us to do it, so I will gladly accept the fee. Losing my voice, but I'll swig a tea, we'll get that sorted. It's going to be nice to actually get some equipment out into the fields, can't they? I've been busying around moving all the other random trees that had been left scattered around the area. Trees that were up blocking pathways and down near the chicken coop. I'm actually thinking whether we should stick a bigger chicken coop in as well, actually. I think possibly putting goats up on the hill was a shout. And with us not being able to fertilise the grass an extra state, it should be about ready to harvest, so I think we might do a first cut and then roll it. Not in today's episode, we won't have time, but Which way? First one wins. Bit of a little one up here on the hill, wasn't it? One of Walter's. Didn't get much back to offset the running costs from our small windmill. And solar panel. Actually, what happened to the solar panels from the '22 had the DLC at the very end, which had the solar panels in. I'm wondering if we should just buy them actually. Just go big on the rice. Might not be a bad idea actually, you know. Because Walter's not doing anything with them. 43, that includes that. Oh, that does include that though. Suppose Walter's ready to retire and he's got... That's 81 for those two. You know what? They're not massive. And that includes that. If we wanted to go really big on the rice. That's not a bad idea actually. If they don't get anything done with these soon, these paddies are prime estate for that, aren't they? No weeds in this, so I will be requiring some steering assist so I know where I am and aren't going. Let's have a bit of a speed up of all this, shall we? Well, at least the other field had some weeds in it. That was a treat. This, actually, it's good to be doing a contract on this field, because if we did buy the whole section, you can see how difficult this struggle's getting up this. Quite a lot from the look of it. It could be 15 miles an hour, but straight lines down though, aren't they? So that's not too bad. It's 100 and something thousand for this. I suppose you could. We could just go bottom end, would just be all the buildings around, and then the farmland would be in the middle. Didn't particularly like the idea of a road going through the middle of the farm. Although down here seems pretty flat, doesn't it? Maybe. And we'd live up on the hill, be able to look down. It's not too bad a thought, actually. I'm not averse to that idea. Definitely would have preferred that one further down, but it depends on the money, doesn't it? We've got a year to raise that. Done it. Avoided the sign. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad field. Decent size. I suppose if we needed to, we could just grass further up, as we've done with the field behind, because we'll be going through quite a bit of silage, won't we? And hay. Like a silage field and a hay field. Might even give us the room to put a clamp down as well. There's food for thought. I quite like the idea of having the rice paddies. Oh, that's like 120 grand investment. Nice bit of pocket money for Walter. And next month we'll have to get the equipment to get that. Get those planted. I'll reverse back in, mate, you go. That's an electric car. I hadn't noticed the sound of the cars before. Yeah. I mean, we could put sheds and things down the bottom. Production's further up. Like an animal forest at the top. It's not a bad idea. I'll have a check in a minute how much this is. And the problem is, if we get to the end of the year and we don't have the 254 grand to build a cow barn, we're going to be sort of faced with... Although we've got the room in there to keep them for now, they just don't make us anything. I guess the proof will be in the pudding on the next episode when we attempt to cut the grass. I'm going to attempt it with the John Deere spec'd up, repaired, and we'll see if it struggles with the front and rear mower on. If it does, then we might have to look towards 250 horsepower. But I still think 350 was a bit too much for us. I'm going to attempt to go up here even though it's... pretty steep. Quite a bit of weight on the back. Go on. And they say John Deere's need repairing a lot. This will be the first time we've repaired it. Oh, it's needed repairing for about a year, but let's give it a bit of a spray off before. A good old clean off before I get underneath the bonnet and do some work on it and pay for the parts. Give that a good old rinse off as well. Now we're all back in business. Yeah, lovely. Clean as a whistle. Bit more oil there. Could probably put a spinnery down in that corner. Builders are still working from the sounds of it. Nice, nice, nice. Get it up on the pallets. Right, how much is this going to hit us for? 6 grand. Ooh, mind you, it did need it doing, and we've got Well, I was paid for that. And we've got a little bit of change in the bank afterwards. So all in all, that's not too bad. How close is this to being finished? Oh, quite a while. Quite a while. Let's just have a quick check on the animals. Let's get the numbers on that. They wanted water, didn't they, I think? If my memory serves me correct. Yeah, still eating meadow grass. 100% health, 390 on the water. So yeah, we'll get that topped up today. I mean, I can do that off camera. Had a stoning contract this morning as well. Something's got to come out that we can make use of that from. What a stone cell? There is stone cell points. Stones even on here. No selling point. No fluctuations. I might, off camera. There's no small... There is a little stone crusher. Are you going to get £7.5 grand back? That's the problem. What's the difference? What's the point of having a 10 grand one or a... Ooh! You can sell your straw and wood chips there. It doesn't create anything. That should, but these should be productions. You should get lime, or even concrete from the bigger ones. That should generate energy for you. We'll quick look at field prices. Nearly 3 acres for 71,000. 5.5 acres, 133 though. That's quite a lot more. 133. 202. 251, that does include that bit there. Decisions, that's a lot more than I was expecting. I thought it was 100. And there's not a lot you can do. There's just rock face at the side of this. Oh, these got bigger. 6 months now. No health. 0 health. If that's actually doing anything. Why is their health not moving at all? Grass and meadow should have them up to 40%. In fact, ooh, we've got hay in here that we've been given them. Got hay, so why is that not? Well, until they're adults it doesn't really matter because there's no reproduction or milk from them, so chickens are all fine. Let's quickly nip over some of the roots and coming on nicely. A bit of pointing needs going on there, boys. Nice little garden area out here, hopefully. But that is where I shall leave the episode for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please drop us a like. If you're not subscribed yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any suggestions, any ideas or anything you'd like to see happen in the series, feel free to put them in the comment section below. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now. I don't know why they've not blossomed yet. Hopefully soon they will. Time for a cup of tea. Oh, time to finish work. 4:30, we've got everything done.